By curing my own disease, I want to send a message to the world that you can overcome suffering. This is why I'm doing everything in my power to complete the cure for Duchenne. Thank you so much for coming.
I think his determination and his desire to cure Duchenne muscular dystrophy, and that he will stop at nothing. He will research, he will work, he will read, he will write, he will speak. He will do whatever it takes to get people involved to cure his disease and the disease of his brothers.
Being a Elijah's brother is like a very interesting experience. It's like learning from the best. You literally have the best education. He's definitely a leader. He definitely is a problem solver. And I think it's a very good lesson for me and to learn the skills to apply to my own life.
I honestly feel very honored and privileged that God entrusted him to me, and I hope that I'm making God proud and Elijah proud.
Every day, if people knew what it took for him to just get out of bed and get dressed, they would truly be inspired. But he's taken it way beyond that. I never thought he'd have a nonprofit. I thought when he got to the legal part it would be over, but he perseveres. He's an author. He's done so many things. So it's not one thing that inspires me about Elijah. It's all the things he's done, and he continues to.
I've been so impressed with him and the work you've done, writing a book and putting this organization together, and just being an inspiration to so many people. So I wanted to do something for you, and I have a special recognition for you. This is an assembly resolution. It went through the legislature in your name, and it honors your work and your accomplishments, and I wanted to present it to you here today.
Now, I want to tell you about my favorite auction item tonight that is taking place inside. This would be the artwork. Now, why is that? Why is that my favorite? Well, it was painted by my friend Ryan Gomez, who suffered from Duchenne. He unfortunately passed away earlier this year from Duchenne, but I will never forget him, and I will always talk about Ryan. He's one of the first people with DMD to get behind Destroy Duchenne, and we developed a friendship from that point on. Ryan was a great person to be around, that always made you feel good and calm. He loved to make films and paint art. He was a creative mind. Ryan had an amazing quote that I want to read to you. Quote, "Hope is a type of fuel that gives human beings the will to thrive."
May we raise a glass to Elijah and his wonderful family. And thank you, Elijah. Thank you for having tonight. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to learn more about your life and what you and your family go through, so we have a chance to help, because that's what we're trying to do. Our vision is, and our dream, is a drug, a pill that can be taken by mouth that will reset the body's ability to repair and regenerate its own muscle. And if we're right in this, it will be revolutionary.
And in science we call it the joy of discovery, and that's what motivates you. But as I got older, had my own family, the work I was doing was of course in skeletal muscle stem cells, and so I met boys with Duchenne muscular dystrophy, met their families. It became more and more important that these discoveries actually impact, that could we do something to help these guys. And that's what motivates us now, and that's what motivates our Satellos. We want to make an impact. We want to reach out and do what we can to help change the path of this disease, and we think we're on the right path to do that. Satellos is on a voyage. We are explorers on a ship exploring an unknown coast, and we've encountered storms, giant whirlpools, sirens calling us to our death. It's been quite a journey, and the ship has come close to foundering a number of times. But the reason why we've persevered is because of our shipmates, the team. And without the team, without our shipmates, we could never be explorers and never be successful. And I think that we can say without a doubt that Elijah is now our shipmate.
Time and Elijah, I personally cannot imagine the planet without you, so I'm going to work until I die, to keep you alive longer than me. But with that being in mind, think about what it feels like as a parent. Usually we're like so excited. They run a race, they get better, they get stronger, they get faster. These children and young men are starting to lose their function. So for everybody here who has a Duchenne-affected child, my thoughts are with you. For those of you with Duchenne, we will continue to fight. And so with that, I want to bring to light, Elijah mentioned this quote, but it hit me so hard. So I'd like to talk to you about it for a moment. Ryan Gomez, who, again, you're watching us, we know that you're with us tonight, says that hope is a type of fuel that gives human beings the will to thrive. Hope is going to drive us to our plan, and our plan is to destroy Duchenne.
You can see I'm absolutely determined to put an end to this disease and make the world a better place. I'm focused on advancing what author Simon Sinek calls your why. Why you do what you do. Mine is this: to minimize human suffering and propel human prosperity so that humanity can have a better quality of life. This manifests itself in many different ways, such as helping advancing medicine to lessons one pain, or writing books and speeches that inspire people to prosper, both of which lead to a better quality of life. With other diseases like ALS, the onset of it happens later in life and has allowed people who are already famous be able to use their fame to make the disease known. I look at the famous baseball player Lou Gehrig, who was diagnosed with ALS. Now the disease is sometimes referred to as Lou Gehrig's disease. Or I look at Michael J. Fox and how he used his celebrity to raise millions of dollars for Parkinson's disease. And I'm very inspired how one man, Magic Johnson, changed the entire public's perception surrounding HIV. Duchenne muscular dystrophy needs a face. It needs a Magic Johnson, a Lou Gehrig, or even a Michael J. Fox. And so I'm trying to be that one person who makes DMD known, but not only known, but cared about. Destroy Duchenne symbolically goes a lot deeper than just curing a disease. Destroy Duchenne is about defeating one's own struggles. Every person is dealing with some type of challenge in their life, and they can either run away from it or face it head on. Destroy Duchenne symbolizes the latter. Destroy Duchenne is about destroying whatever challenge stands in your path, whether that's Duchenne muscular dystrophy, or battling depression, or anxiety, or any type of negative obstacle that brings a person down. Destroy Duchenne is about using your suffering and turning it into something good. Destroy Duchenne is about doing something to better the world, no matter how young or old you are. Destroy Duchenne is about owning your sufferings, not letting your sufferings own you. Destroy Duchenne is about sticking up to the bullies of life. Destroy Duchenne is about beating the odds when they're stacked against you. My wheelchair symbolizes suffering, the pain, hardship, adversity, negative thoughts, loneliness, and other things that hang heavily on a person's heart. And I am the symbol that we can overcome these challenges of life every single day. I sit on top of my suffering like a king sits on his throne, and I want others to do the same. I am using Destroy Duchenne as my canvas, and I'm using it to paint a beautiful new world. By curing my own disease, I want to send a message to the world that you can overcome suffering. This is why I'm doing everything in my power to complete the cure for Duchenne. Thank you so much for coming.